Hello everyone, I'm Jonathan Scarlett from the National University of Singapore, and it's my great pleasure to talk to you about my research topic of group testing. This is a topic with many applications, but I will particularly highlight its role in reducing testing resources and improving testing efficiency for COVID-19 testing. To give some background, I'd like to highlight that testing is, of course, a very crucial component in the fight against COVID-19. Countries need to be able to perform large numbers of tests quickly and reliably. This figure gives some indication of that, with countries such as the United States and India already having performed hundreds of millions of tests. To introduce the idea of group testing, I'd like to give a simple example. Here we have 30 individuals, among which 2 are infected, which I've shown by highlighting in red. Of course, we could figure out who's infected and who's not by performing 30 tests, 1 per person. But the idea of group testing is that we don't actually need to do that. We can potentially use much fewer tests if we use the idea of pooling. So in this example, I've grouped the individuals into 6 groups with 5 people each. Within each group, we can combine the 5 samples together into a single sample. We can perform a single test on the sample, and if the test shows that there's no infection, then we've actually managed to mark 5 people as healthy using just 1 single test. If the test does show infection, then there may still be some remaining uncertainty, but we can resolve that using additional testing, and it turns out that we can significantly reduce the number of tests compared to one-by-one testing. This is not a new idea. It dates back to 1943 by Robert Dorfman, but it is now still a very active research area, with ongoing research tackling questions of how can we design more sophisticated testing strategies compared to the one I've just explained, and how can we understand more and more practical phenomena and more realistic mathematical models. I've aimed to remain at the forefront of this research topic in recent years, tackling fundamental questions such as how much can we reduce the number of tests, how should we best design the testing strategies, and how can we be robust if the tests are not perfectly reliable. Many of these results are surveyed in the monograph shown here, co-authored with Matthew Aldridge and Oliver Johnson. And I'd like to highlight that group testing has been deployed in several countries, including China, India, Israel, Germany, and the USA. I believe that group testing will continue to play a major role not only against COVID-19, but in future medical testing and in the broad variety of other non-medical applications where group testing is relevant. Thank you very much for your attention.